In a corner of the world where the clouds always seemed to linger, there was a small, rain-soaked village. Life wasn't easy here, and for Laura, every day was a battle against the elements and the weight of poverty. Under a leaking wooden roof, she spent her mornings patching up an old cart, her only means of transporting goods. She looked at her hands calloused, dirty, and trembling slightly from the cold morning air. In her palm lay a single copper coin, the sum of all her savings and her only hope for a better tomorrow. With a determined breath, she headed to the bustling market, hoping to sell her handmade crafts to indifferent strangers. She set up her stall with care, displaying small woven baskets and carved wooden charms, praying for a single sale. But fate is often cruel. A sudden, violent storm swept through the square, scattering her work into the mud. As the rain drenched her wares, Allura realized that passion alone wouldn't be enough to survive this harsh reality. She didn't give up. She took on every job she could find, no matter how grueling or menial it seemed. From sorting grain in dusty barns to delivering heavy crates across the hills, she pushed her body to its limits. Despite the exhaustion, her eyes remained sharp. She was learning, observing how the world worked with every task. Finally, after years of saving, she opened a tiny shop. But an economic crash turned her dreams into dust once more. Allura sat on the curb, her head down, feeling the familiar sting of failure. It felt like the end, but the spirit of a survivor is not easily broken. She stood up, brushed off her apron, and looked for a new path. She noticed something others ignored: the old machinery in the village was failing, and no one knew how to fix it. Using the skills she gathered from every odd job, she began repairing and upgrading the ancient machines. Nights turned into mornings as she worked. The soft, nostalgic light of her workshop became a beacon of innovation. Word spread quickly. Allura wasn't just fixing tools. She was building a future that worked for everyone. Soon, her small workshop grew into a bustling enterprise. She was no longer a lone laborer, but a leader. When new challenges arose, a delayed shipment or a broken contract, she met them with calm wisdom instead of despair. Years later, Allura stood on a balcony, looking out over the thriving city she had helped transform through her persistence. She looked at her hands. They were clean now, but they still bore the invisible marks of the journey she had taken. In the market below, she saw a young girl struggling with a broken cart, a reflection of her own humble beginnings. Allura didn't just walk by, she offered a helping hand and a word of encouragement, knowing that the greatest wealth is spirit. Her journey taught her that no matter how many times you fall, the strength to rise again is what defines you. True success isn't measured by what you have, but by the resilience of the soul and the lives you touch.